Good morning, good evening, wherever you're watching this. Welcome back to After Dark with Books. I am Amanda.
Hi, good morning. I'm Melissa. Welcome back.
Today we are going to be doing our final recap, and we're going to scrunch all the last remaining chapters into just one episode and our final thoughts and theories of Onyx Storm.
Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of over talking about this book. I'm over it.
Yeah, I think everybody's kind of like pushed all their thoughts into this book.
hmm
Yeah.
So, before I tell you what I've been reading, what have you been reading?
I finished the bracelet. It's
hmm
about it's a very family dynamic book. It's
hmm
about a grandmother who kind of is in charge and pushes away her daughter's boyfriend slash baby daddy into another city or whatever. And it goes through a series of how the daughter, who's of age, wants to find out who her dad was. That's all she wants. She just wanted to know who her dad was to make. And it's kind of sad because they kind of had to wait till the grandmother died to find out.
Oh,
And then the mother, Monica's mother, ended up getting dementia and she started spilling all these secrets about the family that she never knew, like how
oh,
her best friend died. It was a spoiler alert. If you haven't read it, it's by Diane Clare, and they find out that it was closer to home how her friend died. And I'm still reading. I'm almost done with Zodiac Academy book 3. I don't
yay! So we can
know
start.
if anybody's read it, but I'm really like not liking Diego. I'm not liking Seth. I think
Keep
Seth is
reading.
very I think Seth is very cringy to me.
Oh,
I
I don't
just
like Seth at all.
and usually I don't have that vibe about werewolves and dogs and all that because I'm a dog person, but Seth is very cringy. Like, I just need to hug and I need to do this and I'm a
hmm
loner and I also am getting vibes that he does both sides.
I think he does, but yeah, I think so. But it doesn't go too much detail in the book. What I can remember, though, see, I could be off because I've already read that, so I'm like, let's go on to the next book. So I don't remember when you get there and you start talking about keywords, then yeah, then I'll be like, oh yeah.
Uh-huh. And
So,
then Diego,
oh, he's
Darcy
an
and
asshole. I can't stand that fucker.
I'm at the part where Darcy and Tori tell Sophia that Tyler likes her. Another Pegasus likes her.
Oh, you're at that part, and Diego likes her, but he doesn't make a move or anything like that. Oh,
Hmm.
yeah. Keep reading. He's such an asshole. I hate him. I hate
Mm.
that character.
Yeah, I don't know,
Yeah.
just the way that he talks, the way that he is. No, chicas. I don't know. It just
Yeah.
it's
I don't. Just keep reading. You're gonna.
I wonder what his form is. They haven't said what his form is yet. I wonder what he'd be.
I don't honestly don't think he's ever gonna have one.
Okay.
I don't know. I just feel like he's struggling. So I'm just like, what? Why are you here? Go home. So you're
Yeah,
a
because
little
he's always
bitch.
yeah, because he's always whining.
He's a little crybaby.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I
Him
can't wait to
and
get into the prequel of the prequel before book 4. But if I don't like those prequels, if I don't like the first prequel book, I'm scratching the prequels and going straight into book 4. I am not gonna waste my
See,
time.
I've been thinking about that a lot lately. Like, if I don't like this prequel, am I gonna push myself to the next 4 books?
I won't.
Or okay,
I already know.
yeah, I'm kind of like this. I'm kind of like
Because
iffy.
what happens at book 3 at the end, which I'm not going to tell you, I just want to dive into book 4 and be like, what happened? I want to know. I don't want to wait 5 books and then go on to freaking the 4th book.
I wonder why she said go into the prequels after book 3 if book 3 has such a cliffhanger.
It's not it's kind of a cliffhanger, but it's not. But I'm just like, oh no. So yeah, I can't say nothing obviously because you're not there.
No, I will be.
But the books, before we get into Onyx Storm, the book I've been reading is the Serpic and the Wings of Night. So I finished sorry. I finished book one.
Hmm.
I at first was like, I don't know about this, but actually not bad. And so I started book two, and I'm actually reading along with this. If I'm doing stuff around the house, I'll put it in my ear because it was on sale on Audible for like $4, 3.99. So I went ahead and bought the Audible book for it, and then
Hmm.
I bought the physical copy, and then I went ahead and also bought the third book for it. The only thing I don't like, this one is paperback, which is it's fine and it's really pretty. It's like the bird or whatever.
Hmm.
But the other two are not paperback. I like my books to match. I hate that they don't match. And then if they come out with hardcover, I'm not going to go repurchase them. So it's just the
Is it a
first
big
two.
size difference?
No. Oh, you mean in the books? Period. No. Book one or book two is a little fatter than book one.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. So this is book one. So you could tell like book one is a little bit thinner than book two, and then book three is small.
Wow.
It's not as big. So curious, but so far so good. It's pretty good. Am I remembering the characters' names? Not so much, kind of. I couldn't tell you the character's name right now, but it's not okay. I don't like it as much as Agatar. Agatar is up there with Fourth Wing. Agatar is like Agatar is kind of beating Fourth Wing a little bit. It's like I keep want to go back into that world. So
Wow.
yeah, the Agatar is really good. Once you get through book one, you've got to get through book one. Book one is going to drag. Once you get through there, book five, hands down, best ever, book five. So,
Wow.
but yeah, but these ones so far, book one was really good. Book two is it's good. I'm just maybe 20% in. I'm not that far
Now,
into the book.
what would you say what kind of genre this is?
Fantasy because it's vampires.
Oh, okay.
They're vampires. So I don't know if that's giving it away. She's human and
No, it's not giving it
vampires.
away. It's just because you're not naming characters, you're not naming
No,
like.
because I can't remember the damn characters' names. Once I get into the book, I will remember. Um, I fantasy ish. It's kind of reminding me of like try like
All right, let's get into Onyx Storm. Did
sure,
we love it or
yes.
did we hate it?
Oh, I hated
Um,
it. I'm gonna tell you right off the bat. I hated that book. I'm sorry. I hated that fucking book.
we're not
That
gonna go through all the nitty gritties of the chapters. We're probably just gonna hit the key points of the chapters, right? And
yeah.
then we'll, go into our final thoughts and whatever.
Mm-hmm. Cause I want to be done. This book was just a waste of my time, a waste of my money. Yes, there was a couple things we did learn, blah blah blah, yada yada, but for the most part, over it. Part of it was the narration, the narrator.
Yes.
No disrespect to her. No disrespect to her at all, but I didn't like it. And
I
I know
think
we're not
her.
the only ones.
No, there are a lot of people that didn't like the narration and some of
Mm-mm.
the points in this book. Okay, so we get to one point is where Aradana meets her kind. They're like, we're not going to give you a cure. If I remember correctly, they're not going to do the cure for the venom for Zayden.
Nope. They're saying there's
They
no cure.
Yeah, and they left her there, like, being complete assholes to her about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess they go. I don't, it just went like really fast, and it was like if you didn't read it slow enough, you missed something. If you read it fast enough, you missed something in some of the chapters, and some of the chapters are just like dragged out a little too long. And
The
then
whole
when you,
book dragged out. We did not need to know every place that they went. I mean, summarize it, not just drag it out. It just, to me, it just felt like the whole book was a rush. It
even
was
the
rushed.
part with Zayden and his mother, I wish that they had a conversation. I know he was hurt. I
Oh yeah,
know.
I really wish that they would have had more of a conversation. The reason why she like went into detail why she left, and
No
and
explanation there why
there
she
was
left.
no explanation. Why didn't she take him with her? Was there a reason why? Because of the dad or what? Speaking of the
Right.
dad, I think Daddy Atos is alive. I don't know. I think he's alive. That's a theory of mine. But I don't know. It just brought back because talking about Zayden's mom parent. So just clicked in my head.
So you think that Zayden's father is still alive?
I think so. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Well, I mean, I always thought that his mother was dead. I never, like, when they talk about her, I assumed that she was dead.
I didn't think she was dead. Zayden's mom? I didn't think she was dead. I just,
Yeah.
because they didn't say she was dead.
No. I just assumed
So,
she was by the way the conversations would go.
oh, okay. Yeah, no, I didn't think she was dead. I just knew that she probably left or they got
Hmm.
divorced. Do they do divorce back in that day or what? But that's what I thought. I just
And
wanted more of Zayden with his mom.
yeah, I did too. I wanted that, like, that talk, that conversation. I get it. He was pouty. He's kind of an emotional wreck right now with being Venom and trying
Hmm.
to find a cure.
And there's no cure so far that we know.
No. And Aridana's kind is they were pricks during the whole
They
freaking
were
converse.
assholes.
Yeah, they treated her like she was a piece of shit because she bonded with the humans so early on.
Hmm.
They treated Violet like crap because they're like, how could you put her in war?
And
Um,
Violet didn't. So yeah, I didn't get that part. Violet didn't bond to her. Or the little dragon bonded to Violet. So
yes, and bonded with Violet because
she
of
helped save the little
Aridon.
dragon.
Yes.
The little dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
yeah.
then let's see. No, no, no. Okay, now let's go into the nightmares. Violet and Zayden are sleeping together, I believe, and she's having a nightmare. And they both wake up, and Zayden's like, "You were in my. I just had the
No, no,
same
no.
dream."
She no. Zayden was having a nightmare, I believe, right? And she
Okay,
ended up in his dream
okay,
because and he's all, wait, how the hell were you in my dream? How did I know you were there? Type thing.
right now, is this the same dream that she kept having over and over, but she just
Think
never
so.
saw the faces in book one and book
I think
two?
so. So there was already Easter eggs planted in book one and two, but we just didn't pick it up. I didn't pick up on it. I didn't. That she was a dream walker.
So to say, yes, a dream walker.
Yeah, kind of. And I think she has three signet.
Signets,
Mhm.
okay.
I think she could still stop time. I really think she
But
can.
they haven't mentioned that at all. And
No, they didn't mention that in the book, but hopefully in the fourth one. That's just my theory that she could still stop time.
hmm
Now she can do this dream walking thing. I wonder in her dream walking that she can go to the sage and be like talk to him through the dreams and be like, there's some type of cure, some type of, I don't know. That's what I'm thinking that she could possibly do. And
yeah, and
then
they never mentioned if the sage was a female or a male.
I really thought it was that
Theodore, yeah,
Thorna
I thought it was too
chick.
because I guess they get ambushed and we see Theodorna again, or she
Hmm.
sends a letter or something, and she's like, "I want my brother," which everybody thought was Jack, right? Was her new brother of Venom, I
Yes.
believe, and then Zayden. So
Yes.
Zayden and Jack, um, are brothers of the Venom now.
Hmm.
And when Violet gets the letter, brings him or whatever, she's like, "No, I want my other brother," which I didn't understand. Maybe that was an Easter egg that went over my head.
Maybe me too, because I didn't get it either.
No, no, don't get it. And then I guess Violet and her are battling it out during
Hmm.
this like
And I thought her
ambush.
and Violet would be some type of relation or something because they have the same color hair.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of similar. But maybe when before Violet was born, it said that her dad saved her for being sick. Am I wrong?
I think her mother was sick while she was
Hmm.
pregnant. That's why Violet's like, it's almost like Violet has the symptoms of being a preemie baby. You know how preemie babies are born and they have some kind of like delay or brittle
Hmm.
bones syndrome or whatever. That's what I'm gonna assume. Or maybe it was the venom that was that got to the womb that got to her, and they needed to cure both the mother and Violet.
Mhm. So maybe, but I'm thinking like, but how her and that Theodora or whatever, but we'll never know because she gone bye bye.
Yeah, she
Um,
died
yeah.
because of a lark who sent a message. There was like a little church, and a lark said we need to keep save the church. Something with the
Mhm.
church and the dedication of that. Theodorna kept saying, I could have been this, I could have been that, but I was never dedicated to
Mhm.
this little church.
I'm just curious of who she was, what her
Yeah,
relation, why does she look like Violet?
yeah.
The hair and stuff.
In my mind, she looked almost identical to Violet. Maybe different
Hmm.
facial features, but like other features, the hair,
Yeah,
whatever. And then we thought that they had the same signet,
kind of.
but they don't. I think she controls something else of the clouds or something.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Hmm.
I don't know. I just when I was listening to it and reading along with it, I was into it, but I wasn't because it's the narrator. It was the narrator the way it was. So it made me not be into the book as much as I wanted to,
Uh huh.
but I still felt the book was rushed.
It didn't give me the vibes that when I read book four or book one,
Book
sorry.
one
Yeah, book
and
one. I
Iron
was
Flame.
excited. I'm like, yes, go, go. I don't know. Maybe it was because it was the graphic audio. And then Iron Flame was the same way, where they
Hmm.
were in the war. I'm like,
No,
yes, I'm.
because Fourth Wing, I didn't read it graphic audio either because I
Oh,
didn't.
that's right. I remember.
No, I read it narration and I loved it. So I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the same narrator. I don't. I don't remember if it is or not. But I don't know. I did not like Onyx Storm. Hopefully, book four is better and go into more detail and it's not felt like it's rushed.
Like,
And
well, and, now she's working on a graphic novel for it, which.
no, I don't. I just don't like books like that, like comic booky type ways.
So you're
So
gonna rush Onyx Storm just so you can get a graphic novel out there?
yeah, why don't you just finish fucking book four? I don't understand. Personally, if I did like that book, those types of books, I still wouldn't buy it because I already have Fourth Wing. Like I have copies. Why would I? I mean, I know people do that, but I just to
They
me, it's
buy
just a
it
waste of
because
money.
of the whole, like, I need
Hmm.
everything fourth wing.
Yeah, to me, it's just a waste of money. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I mean, some people might like
Now,
it.
my other theory is I think Garrett is Venom because when they're in the war, he goes, I need more power. I need to pull more power. And it didn't
Yeah,
dawn
I
on
don't think
me.
it's not Riddick. It's not the obvious. I think it's Garrett.
I think so too, because when we get closer to the end, he's the only one missing. They didn't say who was like all there,
No, they
but
didn't. And then remember we have that 12-hour gap missing, and then Violet's married. So we don't know like what happened. And it still doesn't say anything where Garrett was.
no. And then that's another thing that sucked is that's when she decides to pull the narrators and get them their own at the end. Each person,
Yeah,
I
you should
guess,
have had that shit at the beginning throughout the book.
right. I don't know, remember what point of views it was. I think it was Imogen
Imogen
and
and Zayden.
yeah, and I didn't know Imogen could erase memories. I don't ever remember hearing that in book one or book two that she could take
Neither
memories away.
neither did I. I didn't remember that as well.
Yeah.
So that's some explanation explaining to do in the next book because I'm like, what the hell? Where did that come from? Girl,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Rebecca. Really?
Right.
So yeah. I don't know. I think there is a cure. There might be a cure. There has to be a cure for Venom. There has to be. We're just not going to know. Maybe in book four, maybe book five, because I know there's five books.
Right, and then well, that's that when you brought that up. Remember when Theodora had kidnapped Mira and she cut her throat or whatever, and we all thought she was gonna die. Well,
Yes.
then her brother was gonna save her, but who was there? I can't remember his sister's name. Liam's sister's name.
Yeah, Liam's
Slay.
sister's name was there, and she saw something about she didn't want to. full power and that much power or something.
And she pulled it from Dean.
Yes.
And she made a comment, someone with that much of power or something, something, something shouldn't have. And he goes, yeah, I know. And then the brother, Violet's brother, has some scars on his wrist.
Uh-huh. I think he could be Venom too.
Do you think that's why he faked his death for so long?
Could be.
I mean,
That's
they
my.
didn't say how long he's been dead. I don't remember.
I don't remember. I think they did. I just don't remember.
Uh huh.
Mm. But he could be Venom just because I don't know. I know he's a healer, but there's only so much you can heal without you being just like um drained from your
And
power.
why
It's
did Zayden feel so comfortable telling him? Maybe
mm-hmm.
be I don't know. Maybe because well, Zayden knew he was alive that whole time anyways too, because
Yeah.
he was living in Zayden's castle and his land or whatever.
Yeah, and then Violet was pissed when she found out that her brother was alive.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that Zayden kept that from her.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't know. There's just something up with the brother.
And I'm really surprised that Rebecca kept Mira alive.
Yeah. I don't like the sister. She's just too.
That was kind of weird. Like, I don't know. That
But
was like
she
a
did say, though, there is someone that is going to die that we're going to be like, oh, she did say that. So it's going to be in the next book,
I
probably.
don't know why she didn't kill off, Mara though. I mean, that was a weird death, and then we all had to hurry up and save her, and
Yeah.
you
Mm-mm.
know.
And then my other thing about this book, it irritated the hell out of me. I get it to school. I get we have new characters come in every year, blah blah blah, different wings or. But damn, don't just like bombard us with the fucking names. Like, here's this person, here's that person. Oh, here you go. Here's another person. I'm like, who the hell are you? Like, hello.
And then a lot of characters were left behind a lot, like the girl,
Violet's friend,
yeah, and then Sawyer. I get why Sawyer was left
because he
behind.
was like a leg or something.
Yeah, his leg was hurt, or his leg was cut off, or something like
Mm-hmm.
that in book two.
So I get that part, but why are you gonna leave the girl behind? And yeah,
And then we had to
Yosinda.
put, and then we had to be,
Well, Yosinda can't go on dragons because you have to be bond to the dragon. The dragon's not gonna let you like ride them unless you're like bonded with them. So I can understand her staying back because
only
she's
in
a
Zodiac
fly.
Academy you can ride on dragons.
Oh my gosh.
There's a lot of similarities to as I'm reading Zodiac, and I'm like,
Uh,
wait a minute, I caught that in Fourth Wing. No, wait a minute, I caught that
yeah,
in.
there's a lot. Some of these books they kind cross reference just a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
kind of similar.
That's why a lot of people kind of didn't bother with these books
Mm-mm.
because of the similarities of.
Like she's taken a little bit from Hunger Games. She's taken a little bit from oh, I can't think of it right now. I can't think of it right now, but Hunger Games is one of them. Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, you can see a picture of me when I was little. We don't want to see that. We don't want to show that. But
What else? When Zayden's with Sigel, I would have loved to hear, and hopefully in the graphic audio we do hear her talk about that
I think
final
we
check.
probably will hear her talk in the graphic audio.
Yeah. But that part with her and him, I wish the chapter was longer. That moment with Zayden and Sigel was kind of like a life or death moment for those two.
Mm, yeah, I'm trying to
And what
remember.
happened to her? Like, are we gonna find out? Did she like perish too? Because it doesn't.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because he's not him no more. No, he can still keep his dragon.
right. But oh yeah, Sigel's not gonna leave him regardless if he turned freaking a bear, a cat, a
Uh-uh.
dog. She's not leaving him.
No.
She wouldn't do that, just like his mother would.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I see her staying with
But
him.
how does that work with Taryn and her?
I think. I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna play in book four. I know Taryn seemed like a little like bitchy in this book,
Yeah, he was
like
a lot. But
irritated.
it's gonna
But
be funny when we hear a graphic audio because we're gonna be able to hear his tone and well the person that
Yeah,
plays reads
yeah, and
for
I think
him.
we've seen a couple of TikToks of who does his voice, which I think he does an amazing
I
job.
hope in the I hope that he's in the TV show because he's got to do the voice. I don't
Now,
see anyone else.
well, I know that she wanted to do it. What is his name? It was Elba. Um, he's a British actor. But he's in a lot of like different movies. A lot. She wants him to play Taryn in her TV show.
Oh, I
She
don't think
said,
I
"I
know
want."
who he is.
If I showed you a picture of who he is, or
I probably
maybe we
would know
can,
then. But right
yeah,
now, I don't know. It's not coming to the top of my head.
yeah. So I think my thing that I hated about it was the ending. It seems like the chapters were long, and as we
Mhm.
got to the ending, we got different point of views, which I didn't
When it
like.
was like, and I was like, what the fuck? I mean, it did make me cry because I was just like, no. When I called you and I was just like, you're like, what's happened? I was like, I can't tell you. That part, yeah, that made me cry because I was like mad, sad, just like and mad that we have to wait what 2 fucking years for a book. Girl,
Mhm.
why are you gonna do that to us?
Now, people are saying that his soul is in that ring. Something about his soul is in
He
that.
left a little piece. There's only a little bit of piece, and then after he only has a little bit of piece to hold on to. I do remember something like that, but he's pretty much gone.
Now, I'm surprised that Imogen didn't wipe Violet's memory completely of Zayden, like didn't know who she was or don't remember who he was.
I don't
I'm
think
think
I don't think you can, because then what's the storyline? She's not going to know what's going on. Why am I here? Why am I married? And so in a way, I'm happy they didn't. Rebecca didn't go that route because that would have been kind of dumb. Because
yeah,
she's
but
not
then they
going to
would be
know.
fighting each other. But then if he's full Venom and he could be the new Sage, and Violet's fighting him in book 4, not realize, or yeah, book 4, not realizing it, and then they have this moment of aha, and they're like, "Wait a minute, we know each other," and maybe that could be like
True.
the storyline, but it's probably going to be a dragged out storyline.
Yep.
And if there's a cliffhanger and this book 4 is rushed, maybe if she takes the 2 years to write it or write whatever,
But that's too damn long. I want to know now.
yeah, that ending sucked.
It
Like
did.
balls, it sucked. I didn't
Hmm.
like where were you, where's everybody at? And then I think it was, who was it that came? It was the brother, Violet's brother. I think it was Brody. Maybe
Hmm.
Riddick was there too,
Not Garrett.
but not Garrett, right? And Imogen was there, and she's like,
Hmm.
I did what you told me to do, which they never said that in the whole book. Did I
I
miss
don't remember
something?
them saying that. We
all
could
i
have missed
rem-
it though. Maybe we could have missed it, but I don't remember.
I don't ever remember hearing about Imogen wiping people's memories either.
No, I don't really know a lot about Emoji anyway.
No.
Not a lot about her. So, oh,
And there was also theories that Brody is in love with Violet too.
you know what though? I suspected that in Iron Flame a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
just because yeah, he could be. He could be.
I don't need no love triangle here.
I don't want a love triangle. I just want Zayden and Violet and them to like fight people, okay? And fly around in their dragon to beat people's ass. That's what we need. We don't need a love triangle. We can go read a fucking romance book for that. Okay?
Now, what did you think of the spice scenes with her and Violet and Zayden? A lot of
It
people
wasn't as
didn't.
much. It wasn't as spicy as Iron Flame, in my opinion, because
A lot
he
of
was trying to keep his distance from her.
Yeah, he was. And a lot of people were saying that she was kind of like every time she saw Zayden, she was like, I can't keep my eyes off of you, or I
Yeah,
can't
that
talk.
was a little annoying.
That was a little cringy.
Yeah, that was a little annoying. She should have just, I don't know. That part was a little annoying.
Yeah, I guess we just have to wait 2 years to find out what's going to end up happening.
But I don't know. I say this now though. I don't think I'm going to be in a rush to go buy that damn book because didn't like, I didn't like Iron Flame or Iron Storm, Onyx Storm. it just this book was a no-no. It
You know, I
wasn't
have
worth.
yet to rate it and write a
Wasn't
review on it just because I just don't know
yeah.
what to rate it.
I don't know what to. Did I rate it? I think I
I think
read.
you rated it a 3 point. Well, you rated it a 4, I believe. And then I think in a last video or last couple of videos, I think you said you were going to change it to a 3.5, maybe,
Yeah.
because of the narration alone.
Now that could change once I hear the graphic audio and listen to it again and reread it with the graphic audio. This whole thing could change. So I'm waiting till that comes out, and I'm gonna buy the audio or the graphic audio. I'm gonna listen, and we're gonna see how if I missed anything different. And I'm not going to read it on 2 times speed. I think I'm gonna probably read it normal so I can get the information and like 1.5 speed or something. Just I want to see if I missed anything.
Okay.
We'll see. Because it comes out in May, right? Did we say May?
May 18th, I believe.
It's
On,
freaking long, but we shall see.
yeah.
This
This was a
book
really
was
weird
a
book for us to read.
yeah. I could take it or leave it. It's just like It's like well, whatever.
There's a lot of
But
people
if you
who
haven't
love
read
it.
Agatar,
I'm going to next after, well, no, I'm going to throw it in my mix of, my
oh,
mix.
and I know what tantrum reading means. You read 2 books at the same time. That's what it means.
Okay, so I guess I do that then. I'm reading 3 books at once.
No, no, no. It's the same series. Like Thorn of Glass. Thorn of
Okay.
Glass. There
Hmm.
are 2 books. I think I have I have the picture. I'm not sure. I think it's the last book and the book before or something like
Hmm.
that. You tandem read. So you read a couple chapters in one book and you read a couple chapters in the other book because they all it kind of combines. They were saying it's gonna combine.
Oh, okay.
So that's what that means. It's in the
Wow.
same series
I
that
don't
you're
know if
doing
I
it.
could do that. I'd get so lost.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never done it. Have I
I've never
done it?
done that either. I mean, I've read
Well,
like multiple books from different genres, but I've
hmm
never like I don't read one chapter from one genre and be like, okay, I'm bored. I'm gonna go read another. No, I kind of just
no, 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 no. But I
I
do read 2 different books from the same genre. I've done that. So, and that doesn't bother me because it's like watching a TV show, in my opinion. So, like, I can pick up Quicksilver right now, even though I'm reading The Serpent of Night of Wing or whatever. I can, even though they're in the same genre ish, I would be fine. Because to me, it's like, oh, I'm gonna go watch Quicksilver, or I'm gonna go watch The Serpent.
right.
So, and it's, I mean, because they have the same thing, the vampires. There's no Fae in The Serpent that I don't think so. No, that I've came across yet. So it's just vampires in that one.
Yeah, when I read Onyx Storm, I didn't read anything with it. I read it. I was reading
Oh
it all
yeah, I
by.
didn't. I wanted to solely dedicate myself to just Onyx Storm, but
I
looking
felt
back,
like I
I don't
lost a
know
lot of
what.
books.
Yeah.
I lost a lot of reading other books
Mm-hmm.
for it.
I don't know if it was worth it or
But yeah, this was a weird read. Like a really just weird, fast.
not.
Well,
Yeah,
not fast. No,
not
let me take that
fast.
back. It was a rush writing,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody went out and bought their books and spent the 29 or whatever they bought it on, and it was
Crazy lines, crazy people in stores. For what? I mean, I know if people are watching this, we're probably gonna get freaking controversial hate. I don't care. Bring it on. But
yeah.
because it just wasn't. It was. Yeah. That's all I can say. I didn't like it.
No, it was rushed. It felt kind of dragged out. There were scenes I wish that were a little bit longer. And what really pissed me off, I'll say it again, was the narrators at the ending of the book. Why couldn't they
Why
be
couldn't it
throughout?
be throughout the book?
Yes.
That's what I didn't understand. Why couldn't it be throughout the book? So we will see with the graphic audio. But you guys let
May
us know,
18th.
huh?
May 18th it comes out.
Yeah, you guys let us know your thoughts in the comments if you guys have any thoughts, theories that we didn't cover. I mean, there's so many theories out there, so many theories.
And
So
probably some missed theories too.
that I'm just not picking up on.
Yeah.
So we shall see.
Mm-hmm.
But thanks again for tuning in for this week's episode. This is going to be our last episode of Onyx Storm. We might revisit it down the road if we come up with more theories, but for now this chapter is closed. Thank
Yes.
you. So if you are listening to us on Apple, iHeart, Amazon, all those platforms, thank you so much for listening. And if you're watching us over on YouTube, thanks again so much for watching, and hit the subscribe button. Don't know how you do it on the other platforms. I guess you can hit follow.
Yes, it's follow, and then every time we upload, they get a notification. If they follow or follow us, they get a notification when we upload a new podcast on Apple, Spotify, iHeart, and Amazon.
Okay, that's cool. That's good. So yeah, we upload once a week on Fridays, 12 Pacific Standard Time, and make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell. And am I missing anything? I don't think so. But stay tuned for next week's episode, and we will see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.